Okay, we should be up and running. Just have to pause that on Twitch because Twitch has audio enabled by default. And let me just go into the YouTube studio quickly here. You see? It does this every time. No matter how you set it up. It's in the gaming category, and you have to add the game again. No, it's not made for kids. We hit save, and then we have to edit it again to change the thumbnail. You know, I really like YouTube, but sometimes their streaming setup, just their dashboard for it, kind of irks me. You know, it deletes your tags, it deletes your... it doesn't save anything. And it's like... It's frustrating. I'm not even gonna add tags. Who cares? If YouTube's not gonna save them, I'm not gonna type them out every time. There's no point. They increase exposure by such a minimal amount, especially considering I don't actually know how to maximize them, like use them to their fullest extent. I don't even think it's worth doing, to be honest. So I'll just deal with it. And close that. We need that open. And I got that open. Let me just refresh the... Let's see. Escape F1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just refresh this page for the restream chat. And it probably wouldn't help, or wouldn't hurt to pause that. Cool. I don't think that I have a bandwidth issue, but it can't hurt. So, what's different about this stream? Today, we are going to try out CPU encoding because it was suggested to me by somebody who taught me a lot about Night of the Dead, and I'm willing to try it. I'd like to see how it affects the quality of the stream and whether or not the game runs at a better frame rate if the GPU is not doing any encoding at all. This will be interesting. I don't exactly think that I'll be checking, like I'm not going to be going out of my way to check Task Manager. And even now, while streaming, it says that it's barely touching my CPU at about 8%. So I don't know that it's that intense. And of course, GPU is still maxed out. Let me see if I can look at the performance difference once I actually started here. I don't know what AMD calls their version of like built-in overclocking, but for Intel CPUs, it's called like turbo. So I'm just gonna use that word. It's turboing to 4 gigahertz from 3. What's the base clock? 3.6. So I mean, it's not even at 50%. 33, 34. It should be fine. And I'm watching the stream. It looks alright. I'll have to start actually like doing some stuff. See if it makes a difference. But yeah, go into CPU encoding, see how that goes. It is hour 3. I just had my last horde. And it's been a couple days since I've streamed, but I've been kind of busy doing things. Some stuff has changed around here. So since the last stream, I added... I think I already had all 10 of these guys up, but I added ballistas. I put 10 of them and upgraded them. These make a huge difference. Just being able to take out the heavies and occasionally the light, these make a big difference. Let's see here. What I'm running into though is that this whole system is like super not great. Oh, and I added a couple mortars as well. These are for the giants specifically, and originally they were running on, which one? This one, and it was not upgraded. And I had it set to giant zombie. When I upgraded it, it didn't actually reach its max output. It just was getting close, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna upgrade it just so that it never happens. In case I want to add anything to this circuit, right? I upgraded it, and it changed the settings to default, which was selecting everything. And I didn't realize that it had done that because I didn't open the interface after I upgraded it. And then that night, the mortars used all their ammo on the regular zombies. So that was something. And then, yeah, I actually set it to the right thing. So I made like a good 300 ammo and split it up between the three of them. They all had about 115 each. And they used all of it, killing normal zombies. That was fun. This controller is for the ballistas. It's doing... It's got plenty of room to grow. I could put another probably 20 on there, and it wouldn't be a problem. But I don't really want to have my controllers here. These are just here as sort of a temporary thing. What I need to do is move all of the power into one centralized location, because what I've discovered is that this battery that I created, this little corner thing, is not big enough to support the guns and the power generation required for the guns. Which is kind of a shame, because I wanted these all to be like their independent little thing, and that way if one of them breaks, they don't all break. But what I'm gonna have to do is actually put like a ton of batteries in a centralized location hooked up to all the power sources, because what's happening right now is that yes, 2 of these batteries are almost empty, but once they fill up, these solar panels are not doing anything. Which is kind of a waste with how much they generate. And once the power for all of these fills up, the solars and the, like this setup here, this is just a wasted solar panel basically, because, this thing fills up pretty quick. I hardly ever use it, to be honest. Actually, I don't even think there's a switch here, because I changed out these little fences for a half wall. Figured out that when those guys explode, those 4-legged dudes, these half walls will protect you from the explosion even if you're like right here, and the handrails just didn't do that. So I think these are better, and you can still burn things through these just as easily. So I'm gonna leave it at half walls for now. Plus I think these have more health anyways, so that's kind of the justification for that. But yeah, this isn't even hooked up to power, or well, to a switch. Yeah, it's just wasting a solar panel. And then what I've gone and done over here, which should make things a lot easier, I'm basically going to build an exact section like this of 5 trebuchets. I might even take these and move them over there. The zombies don't come from this direction as much as they used to, if at all anymore. And that might rotate, it might change from day to day. I don't know how that works. But I noticed that these don't tend to fire very much, and if they do, it's at a really strange angle, and it tends to hit like right here, or even further down. It tends to hit like around here. I think some of the damage that's done to like like this floor, and some of these ballistas is actually from those trebuchets because they don't have a good angle. And they're trying to hit the zombies that are coming around this corner. What they do, it might be easier to visualize this from the ground, so let's go down here. Just crack our ankles a little bit. What's typically happening is that the zombies are spawning from this direction, somewhere over here, and from this direction now, which is really a pain. They're coming from over here. I watched the mortars attack them when I accidentally put them on everything. So if they're coming from here, what they do to get inside the base is they walk this way. They hug the wall just about the entire time. So they're not actually in view of the guns at all, unless it's the mortar by mistake, until they get to right here, which is why there's like a pile of bags. And the ballistas do a pretty good job of killing them at this point, but sometimes they build up quite a bit, and enough of them get to the corner where the ballistas just can't kill them all in time, and they get right up underneath the ballistas and they hug this wall until they get all the way to the grinder, and then they go like this. So I thought this was foolproof. It's not. I need a better angle. And these trebuchets over here just don't have a good enough angle to do much damage. I feel like they're being wasted. I'm gonna leave these here for sure because, like I said, sometimes they do come from over here. Like this direction. Excuse me. And yeah, like I think these are just getting wasted. So I might pick these up and set them down like right up here. So it'll be the exact same setup with the bridges and the pillar. Let's go take a look at that. Because what that's going to allow them to do is not only hit the zombies at, let's see if I can aim at it. It's going to allow them to hit the zombies before they get around that corner over there where they hug the wall. But they'll still be able to hit anything coming across this field as well. So I think this is a better spot for them. I'm definitely going to wait until I have these all like upgraded and ready before I do any of that, because I don't want to pick these up and then be in the middle of the next horde and, you know, not have them. So need a lot of trimmed stone to get that done. I've been kind of slacking on these as well. And then I complain about not having enough manure. Imagine that. Looks like I'm full. I'll pick that up in a minute. Looks like these are ready to go too. Yeah, so about the centralized power. I don't know if this is a good idea, or if maybe this is a poor idea. I'm not sure yet. But I'm thinking pretty much line this entire thing with solar panels. I have the materials to make about a dozen right now if I wanted to. And I was kind of experimenting with how to place them. You can kind of double stack them within a small area like that. And then I was thinking about putting the batteries right in the front here. But then I realized that if you've got four what the hell do you call them? If you've got 4 solar panels right here, you really only need... you know the way I could do it, which might be a little silly, but it might work. Because the problem is going to be that you can fit... I'd like to have a very dense, like, very dense setup of solars up here. But the issue with that is that... Well, that's part of the issue. Oh, I guess you can repair them pretty easily just by walking up. Trying to think of how the batteries would be set up. I guess it could work, because I mean, if you've got, let's say, 4 batteries per bridge, right? These first 4 would be connected to... I suppose you could do 1 solar per battery and just have all the batteries in a series, right? I don't know what would be wrong with that. I'm gonna fix that just because it's annoying. They're not actually hooked up to anything, but... That's kind of what I was experimenting with. Now, what I wanted originally was 1 centralized building that had, like, the storage, crafting, power generation, all that stuff within it. But I also found out that... I don't know, I kind of wanted like some verticality within the base. I mean, I'm trying to think in a very like aesthetically pleasing way too, not just function. I don't know. That might not stay. That might just be an experimental platform thing. It depends. We'll see. But for now, I need to actually like make some room. I've got lots of bricks, but trimmed stone is kind of an issue right now. Let me put some raw stuff away that I don't need, like this iron ore. And some of these pieces. Alright. Go ahead and make that. We will process the limestone. Process that. I should also see about maintenance kits and getting those machines over there running. Let's see, 8 is not gonna work. More cloth, okay, and rubber. Oops. We can do that. I wanted to avoid this as long as possible, but I'm gonna go pick up all that crap in the front here. Because I need the leaves from the research data to make all this cloth for it. Oh, hey, John. Watching without audio while at work. I need to fix this as well. Not that. Come on, I just want the thing on the floor. Okay. I don't know how this happened, but there's a little gap right here. I gotta fix that, which means tearing out all of this stuff. That's not a big deal, but it eventually does need to happen. Okay. What the hell was I doing again? Oh yeah, ropes. Jesus. Let me see if there's anything that I actually need in here real quick before I spend these on rope. Or not rope, but on cloth. I mean, I don't need any of that. Yeah. There they are. We're gonna convert probably all of them. Yeah. Going through so much of these leaves. Really, 2 more? Okay. Now the actual... I'll make about 200. That should cost... Yeah, just under 1,000 total. That's no big deal. Oh, okay. I don't want to use all the rubber. Maybe we'll do like 18. Because I do need rubber. I can't remember if I actually started these. I guess not. That's unfortunate. Because I need these. Running pretty much 24/7. So I never have to leave. Okay. Get away from that noise. Now, what are we doing again? Ah, yeah. Trimmed stone. Oh, did I make it? I honestly don't have a clue if I did or not. Okay, I guess I did. Do I have any more, what's it called? Those are all limestone. Okay. And that's all processed cement. Actually, what I can do while I'm here at the base is get rid of some of this crap. Do I have any of that, like, built up? Cloth, of course. So basically no stone, and I do need to make some trebuchet rounds before the day's over too. So once I harvest that set of machines, I'll use most of it for trimmed stone and bricks, but after the second harvest, I'm gonna have to use it all on trebuchet rounds. I should be able to get this done though. I'm hoping I can get it done by tonight, that way I can start working on other things, but we'll see. It might not be a possibility here. And this really doesn't need to be metal. Once I have enough metal to where it doesn't matter anymore, I'll make the whole base out of metal, but that's not going to be for a while, and this stuff only needs to get upgraded so it doesn't catch fire. I mean, the odds of the zombies actually being up here on this side of the base, it's pretty slim to none. I don't think there's going to be any reason that this will get attacked. Now, actually, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So I just have to place down 5 more. 4 more. In here. Ah, I need planks, of course. I don't know what I was expecting. Oh, there's trap ammo there. Interesting. It is an equipment bench, so that would be the place that it would... See, these are all like nearly full. 430. 432. 433. And 435. That's interesting. But the thing is, like, those are almost full. They have almost 500 in each, but check these out. 254, and I fill these up. Usually what I do is I make a ton of ammo and I evenly distribute it. This one's kind of higher than the other ones. Yeah, which kind of leads me to believe that those aren't firing, like, hardly at all. Which means they're just wasted firepower, right? And the less zombies that actually make it to the wall, the better. Especially if it's done by trebuchets, because the ammo is so easy to get a hold of. I think moving them's gonna make a big difference. We'll see, though. Alright, I gotta go make some planks. Of course. I really should be harvesting those, too, like, for the... what you call it? For the manure. Planks. One day, not today, but one day, I'll walk all the way down here and actually remember what it is that I came down here for. Again, not today, but one day. Yeah, no plankage in any of these cases. Okay. That's fine. Just, if I've got 500, I'm tempted to make a couple hundred of these and just not have to make any for a while. That's like the most planks I've ever seen at once. It's about 210, something like that. Okay. Bridges. Yeah, I mean, pretty much just after getting these done, I'll be able to move those guys over. And that's all it really requires. And I can do the exact same thing that I did on the other side, which would be expanding this whole thing. Really? Tell me all about it, friend. Tell me all about it. Oh, he did not like that. I just don't have any bolts at the moment. That's my excuse for doing that. Alright, let me go disconnect all of these, and I'll move them over here. The problem... The problem is that this whole circuit kind of depends on... there's a repeater there hooked up to this guy. You know what? Actually, I think out of panic, I placed a repeater somewhere. Let me... That's not the right key. Yeah. Wait. Did I remove it? Darn. It looks like I did. Okay. That just means that... Because I can't split that repeater, right? How do you split the signal? Do I need to just run another signal? guess we're taking a look at some stuff. Now, this is a battery eliminator circuit. The question is, are those all inputs with one output? Or are those all outputs with one input? Is this like a splitter? Yeah, we don't need extension. I know this will split the signal, but that seems like it would be excessive. You know, I'm gonna make one of these. It only takes a couple plugs on top of some other basic stuff. I'm gonna go make this and see if it's all inputs or all outputs or what. I need 5 plugs. I think I may actually already have that many. We'll see. Oh yeah, I got plugs. I got 14 plugs. How many plugs do you have? That's what I thought. I don't know why I was gonna make something. I got the plugs right here. Alright, so the question is this guy. Alright, so let's say we place him down, you know, over there somewhere, and we take like an output from the trap controller. These are all inputs. That's not what we want. Oh, okay, so it's called a battery eliminator. I guess the intention of this thing is so that you could, in theory, have 10 batteries hooked up to it. I guess. I mean, I would just use 2 more batteries instead of something like that. Well, 2.5, because you'd use one of the... You'd use one of the inputs on the other batteries, but 10 inputs and 1 output. So how do you split the signal? That's the question. Do I really have to use a trap controller just to split it? That doesn't seem like it would make sense, does it? Pressure switch. You've got your gates, but that's not... Because no matter what, with these gates, they have 2 inputs and 1 output. Do you really just have to use a trap controller to split your signal? That doesn't seem... I'm so confused. So I can't have like one centralized power system that powers the entire base. It all has to be on different circuits. I'm kind of lost. I mean, I could just put a trap controller like right here, but that doesn't seem ideal. Okay, I think what this means is that we're gonna have to set up an entire power system for everything. All the trebs are gonna be on one. The ballistas are gonna be on one. The melee traps are gonna be on one. I don't really see any other way to do it. And considering it's hour 9, we actually have time to do all that. So you know what I'm gonna do? I haven't been using this thing. I'm just gonna tear it down for now. And make sure I got the inventory space to be doing all this. I certainly do not. Okay. That's pretty disappointing, not gonna lie. I can definitely put, like, a lot of those bricks away. And, like, a lot of these planks. And logs. And this gunpowder. I can process the rubber. I'm disappointed, man. I thought there was a way to split your power. But I guess the only way to really do that is with a trap controller. Which seems kinda not the purpose of it. But it's the only thing with one input and multiple outputs, right? And the other issue is that if you use a trap controller to split your power into multiple systems, it's a trap controller. You can't power them individually unless that trap controller then goes to a separate trap controller for each. You know what? Actually, that might work. It might not be what it's intended for. Let me try that. Because you use your batteries and your battery eliminator to what's it called? To hook up all of your power sources, and then okay, I'm actually going to incorporate this thing. This is more useful than I thought. I'm just trying to work out. Okay, so that tells me that the way that I wanted to set up this platform isn't going to work at all. Which is fine. I mean, I was experimenting with it. It doesn't have to be done perfectly the first time. It's unfortunate, because I did put some time into this, but it happens. Now, the question is, how do we set up... Okay, so that battery eliminator, basically that tells me that you can have 10 power sources hooked up to one of those, and your first battery in your series could, in theory... Well, it has a power limit, so no, that actually wouldn't work. You would have to go by whatever the generation is of the... Will you please get selected, sir? You'd have to go by whatever the power limit is, I suppose. Which means we'd have to do math. Oh no. Not mathematics. I didn't play video games to do fucking math. Alright. If the solar panel generates... I'm getting the calculator, dude. I'm not doing this. Alright. The solar panel generates 75, let's call them watts. They don't actually have a power unit, per second. And let's say we have 10 of those hooked up to one of those battery eliminators. So that's 750. Now let's say we had 10 battery eliminators going into one, not 10, 5 going into one battery. That's enough for 50 sources of power, so that we'd have to multiply our 750 by another 5, right? That gives us 3,750, which is way too much. The power limit for those batteries is 2,500. Also, we have to worry about the power limit of the actual trap controller, which is only 2500 as well. Huh. Okay, let's look up the logic for an XOR gate, because I can't think of any other way to set it up to where all the power is in a series, because obviously, you know, we can use the trap controller to split it, but then we have to worry about the limit of the actual trap controller itself. And it's only 2500, and you can see just from having, well, I mean, 5 of those battery eliminators would be 50 power sources, which would be overkill, I think. Okay, let's think a little smaller. I'm still gonna look up the logic here. So an XOR gate. All right. XOR, exclusive OR gate is what it's really called. Alright, digital logic gate that gives a true 1 or high output when the number of true inputs is odd. Yeah, I actually don't even still understand it, and the dubstep's really not helping my brain cells right now. God damn it. Okay, come on Wikipedia, you gotta have like a simple way to explain this for idiots like me. Oh god. Okay. An exclusive OR gate implements an exclusive OR. Exclusive disjunction is a logical operation that is true if and only its arguments differ. Okay. A true output results if one and only one of the inputs of the gate is true. If both inputs are false, or both are true, a false output results. Oh, okay. So basically, it's saying that the XOR gate will only output if it's only getting power from one or the other input. Whereas the OR gate, as far as I know, will just take power from whichever one. So let's actually look up the OR gate, because I don't know anything about this. Alright, the OR gate is an electronic circuit that gives a high output of 1 if one or more of its inputs are high. Okay. Positive. Okay, I should have paused the game for all that, but what that tells me is that I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Because what we would need... like, how do you set it up so that basically when one stack of batteries runs out, it just switches over to the other one? Is that even a thing? I love how there's no description for these. It's so nice. I mean, I guess you could just use a switch, but the whole point of this is to where it's supposed to be set up in such a way where I don't have to flip switches when things need to happen. It should be automatic, at least to some degree. Um, and the max power for the for this guy is still only 2500. So oh, I don't have the brain for this. I'm just not. I'm not. I'm just not capable of understanding it. I think that's my problem. I don't get it. Like, I read the description on the wiki. I understand what they do, but I still don't know how to implement them. Like, I get what they do now. I still don't. I just don't know how to use that. It doesn't help me because I don't know. I need a drink. I don't get it. So I'm so used to playing games like where the power system is all in one. You know what I mean? Like where everything runs on a single circuit, and you just cat hair, lovely. And you just connect everything together. I'm not used to worrying about the power limit of any individual. Like, typically things have a power limit, but the power limit just means this is how much power can actually go through here. If you want more power, you have to hook up more cables. But here, the power limit means things will explode, which is not ideal. So, how the F do we do this? Now, what about an OR gate? Because an OR gate... No, we would need the exclusive OR gate. So let me test that out. The exclusive OR gate needs a switch. I think I actually have a switch. Let me see. I'm not actually 100% sure how we would determine this, but we're gonna test it out. So we don't want to dismantle that. That's like all my expensive stuff. Let's get some batteries, some switches, some fuses. What else do you need for a battery? Apparently nothing else. Okay, so yeah, let's make 3 of these, and we're gonna learn how to logic here. So you got your... Oh, you know what? I'm actually dumb. I need a power source. We can test it out on the platform over there. I have all the stuff for those solar panels, so... Alright. Plus it's on stone, so it's like somewhat safe up here. I can't tell if that's the side with the inputs on it. Whatever. Alright, so let's say you got your... you got your thing here. We'll flip this one around. You got your other thing here. Yeah, those are the. But I need to be able to see the output to see when it like lights up. One of these days, man, I'll learn how to be a gamer. All right. So you got those. Then let's say you got your other battery thing here, and we're gonna treat these two like the power source. We're gonna put an exclusive OR gate in between them. Now this thing might require a wall. I don't actually know how that works. That's really unfortunate that it requires a wall. Okay. I got an idea though. I'm doing this so I can like understand. I wanna learn here. Alright, so you got that. Let's get a we can grab a half wall. Okay. We'll grab our exclusive OR gate, which requires very precise placement. There we go. Okay. The inputs are on the bottom. So if we were to place, let's say, a solar panel here, and a solar panel here, then do I actually have my wire on me? That's a first. Okay. So you got this guy charging that guy, and it's hour 13, so we actually do have time to test this out. We got that guy charging that guy, right? Okay. Now, this is going to go to this input, and this is going to go to this input here. Now, it's an XOR gate, exclusive OR gate, so right now, I think what it is doing is not letting power pass through because it's receiving power from both. I don't think that it's automatic in the sense that it will detect when one of them stops and then allow power through. But we'll see. See, yeah, it's not taking power. And if we were to, let's say, disconnect this one, yeah, now it's letting power through. So it's only gonna let power through when one or the other is hooked up. Okay, we can experiment here. I got time. All right, let's knock it out. And we'll put an OR gate there. Interesting. Okay. Right. You are gonna output to here, and you are gonna output to here. Interesting. Okay, it's taking power from both, but the problem is that when these batteries get upgraded, their max charge rate goes up to 2500, and that's also their power limit, which I believe is their output. So if you had two of these guys hooked up to any of the gates, I think it'll just blow the gate. And anything else in the line that also has a power limit of 2500. So how the hell do we hook up all the power to one system and split it? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I guess it's just not possible. I'm gonna have to have a totally separate circuit for everything, which is more work, but probably gonna work better. God damn it. Alright, let me tear this out. Man, that blows. I guess it's just not possible with the current system for power. Oh, fuck. I was pretty sure I selected the half wall. Okay. Yeah, that's and the one is still floating there. That's not gonna work. We're gonna have to do something about that. Well, this is right before I set all that stuff up. Works for me. Wow. Okay. Okay. It's fine. We'll figure something out. Alright, so we're gonna have to build a separate circuit for basically everything. Let me see if I can look at the power draw for some of these devices here. Some of these devices. So, for example, the mortar. Power limit 5,000. That's interesting. Why would this have a power limit of 5,000, but the trap controller does not? Power consumption 80 on top of the standby of 25, so I guess it draws 105 every time it shoots. So you can in theory have like 24 of these things in a line before they would break that 2500. But why would it have a power limit of 5,000? That doesn't make any sense. There's nothing else in terms of power infrastructure that has a limit anywhere near that. I fail to understand. Power consumption 20,000. How do you get 20,000 to something like that? Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know. Because the power limit of these things is only 2,500. So how do you give something 20,000? Am I just like being stupid? Like what am I not understanding about that? Power consumption 20,000. Because it's not gonna pull 20,000 from the circuit. It would blow the controller, right? Maybe it charges up and it builds up to 20,000 and then fires. Is that a thing? Maybe that's what the MRL does too? it builds up to, well, it doesn't need to build up quite at all as high, but maybe by power limit, it means that it can store up to 50,000. Bro, you got me confused with this shit. Now, that doesn't make sense. It would be the capacity, right? It would have a stat for capacity. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about all that. It's beyond my understanding. So what we're gonna do instead is gear up to... How the hell did I get in first person? we're gonna gear up to have everything have its own power circuit, which means this whole platform that I was thinking of, my like dream platform of having, you know, like 60 solar panels up here, it just isn't gonna work, unfortunately. And rather than sit here and dismantle this whole thing, like, I'm just gonna put the power somewhere else. What we could also do is start building the control room. But I think, okay, first thing I gotta do is actually move these trebuchets over. It would be pretty irresponsible for me to do all that and then not have these get moved over by the time Horde Night comes. So you know what? We're gonna do that instead. I'll leave everything exactly how it is. Let me just double check that I didn't break anything. So... yeah, no, this is all hooked up. And, yep, you're hooked up. I'm gonna move these 5 over here. And... I don't actually know how I'm gonna do it. Listen here, you little duck. You don't think I'll use this rocket launcher on you? You don't think I'll do it? Quack? You better get out of here. You better get out. If I had bolts, you'd be dead already. Oh, he got toasted pretty quick there. Right. So I can't run power to this wing unless I put... I mean, I literally could just run a couple extensions all the way back over there, right? Does that make sense? Should I just do that? Or I could just be really lazy about it and not put any thought into it whatsoever and just do this instead. Here, I got it. I'm a professional. It's cool. I'm gonna put absolutely zero thought into this. And not even hook it up to the same power system. It's gonna have its own for now. Until I have the resources to do this the right way. And I know I say that for just about everything else that I've built so far, but that's just how it's gonna go. Alright. I gotta set these up before it gets, you know, before it gets dark. They can only generate until, what, 1800 anyways? I think I still got plenty of time. I am literally just doing this. And I need some batteries. What happened to my batteries? Oh yeah, this is a save that I reloaded, so I never actually picked up the batteries. Works for me. Oh, and did I hook this thing up to something? No, I just grabbed a wire. That's why I was curious if I had broken this. But everything's hooked up. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, no, I think I pulled a wire from here. Yeah, that's probably what I did. Okay. Yeah, so that was before I even grabbed batteries then, huh? It sure was. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of jank. Oh, you know, I was actually wondering if NCS is gonna play this song on their station. It's kind of old now. Well, old by internet standards, but it's a fucking great track, if you ask me. Yes, that's how I'm gonna line them up. I don't even care. I don't remember what the artist is, but this is where it all began. I'm trying to think of who the artist was for this song. I call it a song. It's not really a song. I want to see who the artist was. Electrolyte. That's right. All right, so we got this monstrosity. Let's go move these over. I'm trying to think. I got my extender like right there. Oh boy. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so we need to actually build another one of those extension socket. And we're going to have to put it like... Oh, you know what we can actually do? We can disconnect you. Grab you. And this will show us exactly how far away. So, here. You know, say what you will about it, but... Oh boy. Now, is this gonna do things backwards? Oh no, it's actually like smart enough to be like, okay, you want to go that way with it. That's cool. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that, but it's fine. It's not gonna break. If it breaks, then I don't know. Then it breaks. Poor guy. Yep, hurry it up. I got things to do. And you're dead. Alright. Now the question is, where does this actually all come in from? Okay, so this is the last connection to the Trebs, which would be here. Pretty sure it'll reach, right? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, the jank is real. Okay. It probably needs a trap. Wait, oh yeah, that's the trap controller for this setup. I may include a trap controller for this. I don't know. I might just put it on a switch. Good God. Okay. Well, it's hooked up to the rest of the system through that. This is also like a rat's nest that I need to work out because I didn't know when placing these what direction each of these things would be facing. And my God, it would have made it a lot less disgusting if it if it didn't look like this. Like, you should go to here. You should go to here. I guess this should go here, to here, to here. I don't know. It looks awful, but it's not important. Alright, I'm gonna need a trap controller, and I also need to upgrade these batteries too. Because they're already full, and this won't last, so post-transformer. Let's get it. Are these done yet? Jeez, these take forever. I just want to make some food, man. Okay, actually, I may already have pulse transformers, and I forgot to harvest the, what the hell is it called? This stuff. I've just been struggling with this game, like, mentally. I've been playing games for a while now that just don't require, like, any sort of brain power at all. And it's very nice to play a game that makes you think, but sometimes I'm just like, give me a break, man. Like, the amount of time management and like, speed that you need to get things done in this game is just wild. I'm ditching those bones. I couldn't care any less about them. Alright. We got all that. I'm gonna... Oh, it's still not enough room, huh? Alright. Dropping the one plank. Sue me. Now I'm working with... Oh, one more. Ouch. That sucks. Alright. So I needed a pulse transformer, was it, to upgrade that battery? I'm gonna put some things away. I got, like, way too much shit on me right now to be doing all this. Okay. That helps. We will grab... Do I need tape to actually build anything? I don't think so. Alright. And how many pulse transformers actually was that? That was 4. Okay, cool. I only need 3. Excuse me. No breaking down. It's illegal. I need a trap controller as well. Let me get this guy upgraded. It's probably gonna delete. Oh, it didn't actually delete the power. That's kind of neat. Okay. Interesting. We get our trap controller. Oh, the janky setup. I hate doing this, but... Ah, damn it. I need 2 circuits. Okay. I typically like to... Well, my problem is with stuff like this, I'm like a perfectionist. And I've kind of been doing the opposite of being a perfectionist with this game, because even in this game, if you spend too long to get something done the exact right way that you want it, where it's all like nice and neat and it's like organized and set up the right way, and you can, you know, sit and think about it for a couple hours before you do it. If you do all that, you're fucked. Like, you won't last 2 days in this game if you do that. So, I've been like totally out of my comfort zone the whole time playing this Copper Wire. I don't know what I was expecting. I'm constantly like doing things the way I would never do them in order to make things work. because I know that if I don't get it set up, I will die. It's not like that in many other games. Like, even 7 Days to Die, you can spend all week in-game, which is 7 hours, you know, not doing a fucking thing. And then the 7th day comes and you're like, okay, it's Horde Day. I should probably do something about that. In this game, it's like every day is Horde Day, and you just don't have the opportunity to, like, play around, you know? They don't give you much room to do anything stupid. Alright, so let's get these. We'll go ahead and upgrade this trap controller. That way it doesn't explode. I don't know if 5 trebuchets is enough to blow it, but I also don't want to find out. There we go. We can take you and put you... alright. Oh, I had this all backwards in my head. The trap controller has 5 inputs and 1 output, like a battery. Does that mean that the battery eliminator... Hold on. Might be onto something here. Oh! It has 1 input and 10 outputs. It was the opposite of what I thought it was earlier. I could be halfway done building this thing. Oh man, okay. That's good though. And you can upgrade it to give it a power limit of 10,000. Of course you can. Of course you can. Okay, so you can have everything on one circuit. And this is how you split it. And it's also how you don't blow things up, because I saw that it has a power limit of 2500, and I'm thinking, okay, what's the point in having 10 inputs if... Oh man. It has 1 input. Okay, so you have all your power sources hooked up to a series of batteries that all convene into one spot, and then you hook it up to this guy, which can take up to 10,000. So let's actually get our calculator back out, and we'll figure out what we can do about that. That makes a huge difference. Okay, so you have your solar panels, right? They do 75, we're gonna say, watts per second. And you know what? I think what I'm gonna do is just keep adding them till we get something close to 10,000. And that'll let me know, like, how many times you can add these. Right, but the max power of the battery is still only 2500, right? So no matter what, your limit is the 2500 from the battery. So you can't actually have, like, all of your power on this thing. I've got my calculator open and I'm just playing around with it at this point. Because this thing might have a power limit of 10,000, so you couldn't have 4 batteries going into one battery and that battery giving this thing 10,000. So how do you actually deliver 10,000 to this? If it has a limit of, yeah, power limit 10,000, consumption 1, standby 1. Damn, I can't see, like, the stats for the battery unless I build one. The base stats have a power limit of 500, capacity is 25,000, and the max charge rate is 500. So if you were to I don't know. I need to talk to somebody who like who actually knows how to do all this. Until then, this is gonna work. It's it is what it is. We can turn this off though. We don't actually need to run. Yeah, you can see this one input is still going, so you know it's still charging. Okay, let's move the trebs over. That's the next step in the thing we have to do. Now we're about to drop like 500 of these treb rounds on the ground for each one of these things. So you know what? I'm gonna go put some things away. Seems like a good idea. After I get them moved over, it'll be hour probably like 18 or 19 by then. Which sucks because I wanted to do more than just move the trebs today, but I don't know, we'll see what happens. Oh, we don't want to do that. That's actually not a good use of space. Alright. I mean, that gives me enough room. It'll take a few trips, but I'm not gonna go dumping my whole inventory in a bunch of containers and then picking through it later. It's like, do I want to spend the time now or spend the time later playing with my inventory? I'll spend the time now, so I don't have to do it later. That is about the one time that I won't procrastinate on something. Okay, so we just have to disconnect these guys. Oh, come on. Get over it. Don't know why I did that. Okay. Oh, yeah, it'll delete the ammo. Okay, so you can actually hold like a good amount. Might be able to hold like one or two more. Most of one. Okay. And I will have to drop some of it, but just enough to pick up the parts for the treb. Don't you go over that wall, because I'm not picking you up if you do. Oh yeah, that's the full one. Oh, look at me, I'm a professional, dude. I'm a professional. There's like a whole occupation of people who like balance rocks or some shit for a living. That's me. Or it's like a sport or something. I don't remember. I'm uninformed. Oh, okay, Riley. Okay. That's unnecessary, buddy. You don't have to yell about it. You can just tell me once and I'll check it out. I'll be right back. He hates trucks. It's just a post truck, like, driving by. It's parked on the other side of the road in front of someone's house, and he's not happy about it. He's like, "Don't you come any closer." That's what I picture him saying to the mailman. Like, "Don't come any closer. I'll yell at you." All right, let me drop some more of these fucking rocks on the ground. Cause I'd rather lose some rocks than lose. Oh, my tower fell down. Than lose these, whatever this is over here. All right, I set this up so that there's 10. Each treb takes two spaces, and I did pull them like, what do you call it, away from the wall. So I didn't want to line it up like this, and then have the treb, you know, potentially miss out on some shots. I did actually like move it over 2 spaces from the wall. Hopefully that helps. I've also been thinking about trying this out, because you can kind of squish them together a little bit. Like, the game will let you put this here. That's something I would want to test out, like, once the game has dev tools and you can test things out without ruining your game, because that has the potential to, like, really screw stuff up if it doesn't work and they backfire onto each other. What am I missing? A trap machine and like a whole bunch of other shit? What do you mean, game? I have the demo perk. How am I missing anything? Hello? Did it drop that stuff on the floor? Oh, no way. No way, dude. Did it, like, delete that stuff? I thought with the demo perk you don't lose anything. That's, like, kind of unfortunate. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure there's, like, nothing up here. Did it fall onto, like, this lower platform through the floor or something? Dude. But how did I lose the trap machine? You always get your trap machine back. Am I stupid? Oh no, it's because I literally am looking at the thing that I haven't dismantled yet. I swear to God. I should never be allowed to, like, be in charge of or do anything important, because I don't know. Something's wrong with me. My brain just doesn't work. I'm over here like, where's my trap machine? It's literally looking at me. Ah. Good God. Alright. I'm like, oh, did it fall through the floor? Like, my first my first guess is that no, the game must be broken. It must have fallen through the floor. It's definitely not still sitting there looking at me. God damn it. Alright. Well, the good news is that it's over with. Just gotta get these upgraded, wire them up, and then this should improve the Horde Nights as well. I mean, it hasn't been extremely difficult, but ever since day 30 it has gotten worse. Rope. Now that I'm a little confused about. Did I not get all my rope back? I got exactly everything else except for 3 rope. 1 transistor, 6 rebar, 8 plates. Even the 5 rubber rings, the exactly 25 nails. But I'm missing 3 rope. That's new. Could you not, please? Oh, I don't have my iron. Okay. Guess I'll go get some rope. Probably got some in that box that I just dumped shit into. There's 4 rope. That still doesn't equal 15, but what are you gonna do? It's already hour 18, so it doesn't matter if I fix that solar anyhow. It's not functional anymore. How bizarre. So I did lose some rope. Weird. Unless it's over here. Although it should have, yeah, it should have stacked with the other rope, so I have no idea why that happened. Ooh, my tower almost fell down. Okay. Suppose I could actually, like, do this the right way, huh? What? Do it the right way? Unheard of. That should really improve the Horde Knight, though, all jokes aside. It's going to, like... It's going to allow the Trebs to do so much more damage. I mean, they still do fire when the zombies spawn, like, way out there. But they could do so much more by attacking the zombies that are coming from around this corner. Yeah, I think it's going to make Horde Knight a lot easier. Now, the Hordes, again, haven't been that bad. Like, you know, every once in a while it gets a little overwhelming. And if the giant isn't dead by the time it gets to the wall, I do have to do a bit of a sketchy maneuver, you know, kiting the giant out here while the Trebs take care of it. But other than that, man, it's really not that bad. Did I fill any of these up? Ouch, okay. Yeah, I need to make more Treb ammo. I need to make some mortar ammo for sure. I'm pretty sure... I can't remember if giants are even days or odd days. I don't know. I'll do like 200 and change. That's fine. And then I can split the rest of it up later. 216, so we'll do like one more stack, one more stack, one more stack. Because I know these both have 500. That's fine. I'm not... It'll take a couple of days for that to even become a problem, so whatever. Now, let's go make some Treb ammo, some mortar ammo, and get this all sort of ready here. We need our stone, large stone. The mortar ammo takes, let's see. Copper, iron, and gunpowder. That's not too bad. I'll carry this around for repairs. Take the gunpowder. You know what? Yeah, I'm not going to grab that just yet. I was going to grab all of that, but not quite. Ooh, do I not have... Hold on. This is new. Oh yeah, probably from the ballistas. I probably don't have any iron because of the ballistas take 1 ingot per shot, or for 10 shots, I mean. Right, I gotta process the iron. inches. I'll do like 85. See how many of those I can actually make. See, that's what, 200? Let's do 2100. That way we can put 70 in each one. And I can still have like iron and copper for other things. Yeah, I mean that's enough for 70 in each one. Divide this all by 3. That'll work. Then for the treb ammo, I don't have a whole lot of these pieces of stone, so I don't think this will take up too much space, not at all. And the upgraded ballista bolt, it requires lumber. Okay. Okay. Which I'm not going to find in there. It is nice having a use for the logs, because I've been farming like a ton of logs, because the trees just grow back all over the place within the base, so I'm constantly cutting down trees even though I never leave. And it's nice to finally like have a use for all the wood, I guess. I didn't think I would ever really use it all. I'll make about 200 of these. I'll process the rest of the iron, or the iron that I can afford to process. And then we'll make some ballista bolts. Go up to 70 or 68 in this case. And I'll get my inventory sort of fixed up, and then I can go ahead and, what do you call it? Get this ammo put somewhere. I'm struggling today. It's been a common theme, huh? Me just like struggling with basic shit. It happens. Actually, I'm gonna put 3 more in each of these. That's fine. And I'll distribute the rest of this ammo to these guys over here. Now the question becomes, what do I do with this? I could push these up, like, forward. Because now this whole wall feels kind of pointless. I could put the mortars over here. I'm not really sure. I could... I don't know what to do with this spot now, because putting more trebs here just seems like redundant. Right? It doesn't seem like it would be worth it. I don't know. Alright, how many of these do these actually have? Okay, you're like basically full, and you're getting pretty low. Yeah, they're actually kind of low. I don't have enough to put like more than a stack in each one. That first one though had like a lot. I think this one had like, yeah, not even 200. Alright. It is what it is. I'm not splitting up ballista bolts right now. Couldn't be bothered. They have enough to deal with one night, so that's what they'll deal with. Okay, these all have like exactly the same. Ah, that one didn't. Okay, you have more, and you have more. Oh, can't put mortar ammo in there. Alright, so how do we split this up into 3? Well, we can do some math. Let's think here. Well, we can eliminate... Oh, man. We can eliminate these 3. Right? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Full stack. It would be 11 of these, but then 36. So what? $12? Yeah, 12 and 11, so another 24 for each one. What is it? Shift for half? That's not what I wanted. How do you place just one? I guess you have to drag them like that. That's interesting. Well, that's close enough. I couldn't be bothered to do it right. It's off by 2, but whatever. Or off by like 6 or something. I'm not worried about it. It's plenty of ammo to take out a giant or 2. Okay. We can knock out this, because I'll need these in a minute here. I'll need them for when I actually build. I'll probably still have a flame turret here, but it's just not as useful as it was before. With the addition of the ballistas, that melee grinder thing never really gets overwhelmed anymore. I do need to wire this up though. Grab you. Pop you down. Where's your thing at? All the way back here, huh? Boom, okay. And these should really be targeting heavy and light. I mean, they can attack the other guys, but it's not that big of a deal if they do, the giants. I mean, they help a little bit, but the main thing is going to be those mortars doing damage to the giants. I'm really disappointed about this platform though. I don't necessarily know what to do with it. Alright, it's hour 21. I think what I'm gonna do is pick up these little critters here, make some manure, get the farms planted, and then I'm gonna take a quick break before this whole thing starts. Just grab these guys. I'm not gonna reset the medium traps because it's just not necessary. They're not as needed as the small meat for manure. Alright. And then after the horde, oh, these are done. That's actually Hello? There we go. After the horde, I'll start working on sort of the command center, which I just basically want a room with the controls for all the traps. And building that, I think putting that down first is going to make building the power system a lot, what do you call it? Like, it's gonna make it easier to plan out if we have the control system, and because otherwise I have to build the power system now and then try to incorporate the controls into it later on. And I don't think that's going to work very well because, you know, the power generation might be way over here, and then the actual machines that it's operating are way down there, but the control room might be here or somewhere like in this area, or it might be down there, and then I have to run the wire from the power generation to the control room, and then from the control room to whatever machine it's running. And that just seems like it would be a waste of... I mean, it would be a waste of wire and extensions, but it would also just look like trash and be hard to understand. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to just build the control room first. This has been something I've been needing to do for a long time, actually, and I just haven't gotten around to it. But I'll put the control room down, and then we'll sort of wire everything around it. I think that's the smart thing to do. It's going to make it the most sense, and make it future-proof so that it can be set up smart in the future, too, when I add things. Because for all I know, after day 40 or some shit, the zombies could start coming from over there where I don't even have a wall. I mean, I have no idea. So, we'll see. But I am going to take a break here and be back in like 5 minutes. Okay. Whoops. Sorry, I had to see OBS for a second. Cat hair. Lovely. I love the cat, but she's not one of those, you know, like a lot of cats are, they've got short, sort of coarse, not coarse, but compared to her, it's coarse. Her fur is like so, it's so fluffy. And, you know, normally that's like, that's cute or whatever. And it is, but her fur is just so like light and fluffy, and she sheds a lot, and her fur just gets, I mean, it gets everywhere. You know, you have like clean laundry or something, and you go to like put on some clean clothes for once, and you just get like cat fur everywhere. It's like already on everything, even though you just cleaned it. I don't know. I don't dislike cats. The fur is a little much, though. Okay. What else was I gonna do? Was I gonna do anything else before this all goes down? Oh yeah, I need to organize a bit. Not organize. We're not gonna organize. At least not on stream. I am gonna put some food away, though. Although this container is full. Like, most of this stuff I don't even think I can put away, because it, yeah. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll cook that, and eat it. Do I actually have any? I do not. I don't really want to break out the energy bars, but you know what? For the sake of being full health, let's do it. Okay. How the hell did you get in here, sir? Oh, that's a problem. That's a big problem. How? How the hell did you get up here? Okay, they're going this way. Did they spawn on the platform? That's not okay. Okay, if I was gonna go up here, how would you get to me, sir? Okay. So where did you guys come from? Because he's going to the trap, which is where you guys should be going. Hello there, bud. Also, why don't they just drop down? I'm so confused by that. Where'd you guys come from? I bet they spawned on the platform. That's the only thing I can think of, because they don't want a path over, like, on top of it, right? They had to have spawned on it. Which is a bit of an issue, as you can imagine. Jesus. He's having second thoughts. Okay. Huh. Yeah, we can't have them spawning over there. That's not good. Okay. This is also a problem. I've only got like a battery and a quarter. I mean, they didn't have all day to charge. I'll probably take this off of Giants, just because I don't think it's going to do enough damage to make a big enough difference. I'd rather have them attacking the medium and the light ones. These ballistas are only going to be firing on the heavies, if I remember right. Oh, heavy and giants. We can turn off giant too for that one, now that I have this thing set up properly. Yeah, that was interesting. That shouldn't have happened. Alright, it's hour 23. I'll get everything kind of turned on here. Did I grab those seeds? I sure did. I'll do this first, just because why waste power, I guess. Okay. I'm not gonna reset these right now. It's really just not something I'm that worried about. Maybe I'll cook that, make some more manure. We need these guys. No more entrails though, huh? Okay. So you don't get them from every single one. Which is kind of annoying. Make 2 of those. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go ahead and not use my energy bars. Look how fast these things. that was insanely quick. Huh. Maybe I will use these, because I get less entrails than I do small meat, so may as well use the small meat on this, right? It only makes sense. I don't know what else to do with it. Cooking it's kind of pointless. You get like 10 HP, 10 energy. Alright, it should be about time to turn this on now. It's 23. So that should turn on. Yeah, those are loaded now. And this will load. Excuse me, 120. There we go. Okay. Cool. And I only really turn the ballistas on when I need them. Typically a lot of stuff dies before it gets here, but I will turn these on. Because they've got 3 batteries, I mean, and they're only targeting giants, so it's not like they're going to use up all that power. Right, I don't have the stuff, the iron. This is another good track on NCS. Can't wait to build a control room. it's going to make the power a lot less awkward. It's all very shoddily put together at the moment. Okay. I can't actually remember like how those are set up, but whatever. Now, are those trebs launching? Oh. Okay, that's interesting. They just straight up hit something right there. Okay, that might be an issue. Huh. Yeah, that's not gonna be good if they're going to be hitting this stuff over here. What'd they do? Hit the other trebuchet? Interesting. Huh. Oh, I don't have small stone on me. That's kind of important. And I'm completely out of branches too. Man, I'm underprepared. Here's how we're gonna deal with that. I saw a rock over here somewhere. There we go. It's faster than going all the way over to storage. That should be enough just to get this fixed. Might be time for the old ballistas already. They do make a massive difference. They can't shoot at the guys that are already at the wall, but anything that turns this corner gets like nailed. Yeah, like that. Just gets absolutely eviscerated by the ballistas. I love it. Oh yeah, I was gonna fix something. Oh, did not mean to jump like that. I mean, I did because I hit the button, so obviously I meant to do it, but that's not what I wanted to happen when I did it. Yeah, that's all I wanted to do was fix that one little pillar. This one got pretty beat up too. I'm assuming from those guys down there exploding. And I can honestly just remove these to solve that because they don't do anything right now. It's pretty quiet. I don't know if that's a good thing or what. I mean, I guess we just cleared the wave, huh? Yeah, so these trebs hitting that, hitting those things is pretty not good. Where... I'm kind of worried. Where are the zombies? They better not be, like, in the base on the other end. This is kind of concerning. Yeah, they're not over here. What? What's going on? There's no way that was the whole wave, right? Like, legitimately, that was it? Okay. It's gonna be hour 2 any second now. I'm so confused. That was like... There was just a little handful of them that came over here. So where... Okay, they're firing again. That was really bizarre. Huh. I'm checking CPU performance because again I'm trying out CPU encoding today for the stream. GPU is still maxed. It is running at 67 degrees, which is not terrible actually. With the game running sort of not doing anything, it was idling around 30 to 40%. We're sitting on 56, 55. So, under 60%, even with CPU encoding. I don't know if that's because the actual process of, you know, running the stream doesn't actually do that much, but the trebs are just nailing the base right now. The ones that I put over there. I didn't really think that they would attack stuff like at this distance. Not at this distance, but at that particular angle. That's kind of a problem. Gonna have to work something out for that. Oh, hello. You go get in line like everybody else. Whoa, that's a lot of guys getting through. Okay. Yeah, having the ballistas angled that way, it's not exactly working out very well. I mean, they're doing their job. And they're doing good at it, but you saw like that could have hit me. Interesting. Still a pretty mild wave. I thought it would be much worse than that. Interesting. But they're hitting something over there, which is pretty impressive. Not gonna lie. Yeah, see, this kind of leads me to believe that we have to restructure the part of the base that the zombies encounter first. Because it's fine right now, where basically, you know, some of them make it this far, they come around the corner, and it occasionally will overwhelm the gauntlet, and I have to light them on fire. And you know, the ballistas are a great way to handle that. I mean, look how much they deal with. Just absolutely peppering those guys when they don't hug the wall like to a T right there. The problem is that when things start to get crazy, like 10, 20 days from now, this ain't gonna work. Like, it's working now, but in 2 weeks in the game, like, things are gonna get much crazier, and these trebs are still not doing enough, in my opinion. I think what needs to happen is the whole base needs to be restructured, or at least this portion of it. I need to delete everything from this line, like that, make a corner right here, and set up the traps to encounter the corner here, put the gauntlet exactly where it is, but rotate it 90 degrees, so that the entrance is essentially underneath a wall of trebs at this angle. Like, picture the whole base being moved back so that, you know, the wall of trebs is here, the second battery of trebs is right here, and the gauntlet opens up in front of me right here. So that way, they at least have to... Something's like smacking the shit out of the wall over here. Hang on. Probably a log thrower. Damn guy. Knock it off. See, they're still trying to throw at him, and he's like inside the base. That's not gonna happen. Or that's not gonna be good later on when I put bombs inside the trebuchets. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restructure the entire front because, like I said, it's working fine now. You know, we can handle it, but when things start to get crazy and I don't have the most optimal setup, it's not gonna be desirable. I mean, it's gonna get to the point where I could lose the base if I'm not prepared for it. And obviously, we don't want that. So let me pick this stuff up. Skin the whatever that was that got in here. So how do we even go about doing that? Because yeah, it's fine now, but later it won't be. And I'd rather be ready for it than not. Because the majority of them used to come from over here, and it was so much... The base was essentially tailored for them to come from that direction. But since that's not really where they're coming from anymore, I think I need to change things up. Because I've been making adjustments and like adding more guns to the base and things, but it's only making... I mean, the ballistas make a huge difference, but they're so expensive to run with how much iron they use. And I know iron's pretty easy to get, but I'd still rather not use up, you know, 100 iron in one night. I mean, I don't think they use quite that much, because that'd be 1,000 ballista rounds, but they use a pretty significant amount. And they will get to the point where they're using like 100 per day when things get absolutely wild. And I'd rather spend the stone for the trebuchet rounds on the zombies than the iron. And in order to do that, the angle of the base has to be better. So, yeah, I think what's gonna have to happen is basically everything... I mean, what I could do... See, what I was thinking about originally while I was watching this horde occur was pretty much moving the gauntlet, the melee traps, which would be the entrance and where the zombies path, to over here. But the issue with that is that you've got all these buildings here, and the buildings are going to be a problem no matter what. But think about it, if I'm a zombie, right? Let me just grab this guy. Those trebuchets all the way down there can't even see him right now. They should be attacking him because they're... Okay, now they can see him. But you can see there's all these like dead zones where the trebs can't even see him. Well, he got exploded. But you know what I mean, like, if he's a zombie and he's walking like this, he's out of range of everything until he gets all the way over here, and then boom, the trebs can see him. They need a lot more travel distance under fire, or this isn't gonna work out. So that's why I wouldn't want to put the gauntlet, the melee traps, like here, and then put the guns over top of that, because there just wouldn't be enough distance between where they have cover and the base for the traps to do enough damage to them. I mean, I'm partially thinking out loud and also kind of trying to explain what I'm thinking at the same time. I also don't want to destroy the setup that faces this direction, because for all I know, they might start coming from that way again. And if they do, I'd like to be ready for it. Which then begs the question, how do I set up the base to be tailored for both directions. I'm not picking those mushrooms up. Sorry, mushrooms. I think the first step is going to be putting the You know what else I could do? Because these trebuchets don't actually have to be attached to the base. I could put an artillery battery like here, although they would still attack the base. And the goal here is to try to get them to not hit the base as much as possible. Huh. Oh yeah, he's not affected by these. I don't know what I'm doing. Time to get cooked, bud. Ow. Come on back through, buddy. Jesus. Am I gonna have to hit this guy with a rocket? I don't have any of my rockets. Okay, that worked out. Kind of. Oh, I didn't even realize I did that. So get this about the flamethrower. You can't fire unless you're like zoomed in like this. And let's say you're firing and I completely let go of the controls. For like a whole second after the camera changes, look, I can still light things on fire. Even though it doesn't really seem like the flamethrower is dispensing hell. Yeah, that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, but whatever. Oh boy. So yeah, that's gonna be an entire project. Damn it, I really don't want to do all that. It's gonna be such a mess trying to move that shit. Damn, man. I mean, I'm gonna have to restructure like the entire front end of the base where the zombies make contact to it, which is the most important part of the base. Meaning, it all has to be done in the same day. Which means I need to have as much of it planned out as possible. Because if I just rip out the whole front of the base right now, and try to like get it all placed back down where I want it and organize it and everything, it's gonna be rough. Damn it, man, I really don't want to do all that. But like I said, it's gonna be a problem later on when the hordes get really crazy. Like pretty much what needs to happen, I wish I had a bolt, I'm just gonna make one. I carry the crossbow around, but I don't hardly use it anymore. What needs to happen is this line, the entrance where the zombies come in, has to get moved to a wall facing, well, I guess that's like northwest. It has to face northwest, It has to come in like this instead of, you know, like this. Like, let's say it's horizontal right now. It needs to come in vertically. And the wall that it intersects with has to run horizontally the way it's running right now. And has to be placed about right here. And then the entire section of the base before that wall, or after that wall, so let's say the wall's here, all of that needs to get cut out because it's all going to be in the way of the trebs firing and all that, which fucking sucks. And it all has to get done in a single day, otherwise the base won't be set up. Okay. Well, I'm already getting kind of tired. I've been up for a while. I haven't been streaming very long, but I think my brain is already starting to shut down, and I don't know, if you watch any of my previous streams, you'll know that when my brain starts shutting down, I mean, I'm basically useless. I don't get anything done, and I already don't get anything done. So, nothing productive I think is gonna happen past this point. Yeah, it just seems like I can't think right now for some reason. I mean, I know what needs to get done, but I don't even know where to start. You know what I mean? I don't even know what the first step is. Somehow I have to line up the trebs to where they're not going to hit the base. Which is already going to be hard enough. You know what else might work, which would make it so that I don't have to rebuild the whole thing. And this might sound kind of crazy, but what if I create like a bait box? What is broken? It's driving me crazy. That noise it makes. I just fixed these two. Alright. Instead of... because the problem is that they're hugging the wall. I mean, that's the ultimate problem. Is that they hug the wall. But what if I build a little fort, like out here, for example, where... Let me clear some of this out so we can kind of see. We can get a good, clear understanding of the layout. And I'll cut this guy down too. Just because he's up. I want to be able to see the trebs and that corner of the base at the same time from here. Okay. I'd go cut that tree down too, but whatever. Alright, so pretty much what I'm thinking actually could work. Instead of rebuilding the entire front of the base, because of that issue where they're coming across the wall, what if instead of the zombies trying to get inside that wall, which would stop the trebs from hitting, well, the other trebs and the wall and the mortars and the ballistas and everything else, and potentially like a battery. Really, dude? I'm like in the middle of something. Do you mind? That is super rude, bro. Yeah, that's what I thought, Mr. Bear. Okay. So to prevent them from hitting that thing, and to give all of the traps like plenty of open space to look at and shoot the zombies, what if instead of standing in there, I stood out here in like a little metal fortress thing, and the zombies were attracted to me and my guns were all out there? That way, dude, everything would be able to shoot at them at the same time. The only issue I could imagine... Well, no, I would just build like the meat grinder thing in the base so that they don't get stuck on any one side, and I can pick where I want them to be. Like, I could have the entrance here, and then, well, here, I'll just build it, because you can do that in this game. And I was just talking about how I don't get shit done when I'm, like, sleepy. But no, this could actually work. So what if, let's say, for example, we'll make it a little bit bigger. Totally just for demonstration purposes, and so I can actually see what the angle would look like. Because one thing I've had to do quite a bit while dealing with some of the more difficult hordes is come out here to kite them away from the base, because I'm more worried about them destroying parts of the base than killing me, because I can always just run away, right? Like, I'm not actually that worried about the zombies, and you outmaneuver them quite easily, all of them. What if I have a base set up like this? It would be a little bigger, and it would probably have its own defenses, but a base like this, where even the zombies that do actually spawn over here, which isn't very many anymore, but even the ones that spawn like way out there, would still get destroyed by the trebs on either wall, because what they would have to do is, you know, they spawn way out here, they come up to the back, they come around the corner, and then boom, every single treb can hit them from here. I think the ballistas can probably still see this far. They can shoot pretty far. And you can see the trebs can hit guys that are over there. I would make this thing tall. That way they're not shooting. Yeah, you see, this is actually working out. And it's pretty basic. Now, it would be made of metal, obviously, because the log throwers will destroy these pretty quick, and the other dudes will set them on fire, but this could actually work, and it would save me a lot of time and a lot of stress rebuilding the entire base. I would just need to find a good position to put it so that it has, you know, perfect sight for all the traps. What I could do, and it would allow me to put up the other 5 traps. And, you know, that would increase the firepower by like 50%. I could build it out from exactly this corner. Which is kind of already where I had it, but not quite. You know, I could do it like exactly. And yeah, it could be somewhere around here. I was actually not that far off. If this is like the center, You know, you have your meat grinder. I could even put the melee traps on all 4 sides. That way, zombies that come from, you know, back here would go through their own trap. Zombies that come from here would go through their own trap. Damn, you know what? I think this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create like a bait box that draws everything to me, or an actual bait that I put up, because you can build like a thing that attracts the zombies. Put it out here, everything will be able to hit it. The only problem will be getting power out here. I'll have to run some extenders, but that shouldn't be... That shouldn't be that difficult. Or I could even put... If it's only gonna run melee traps, I could put like 5 solar panels over here and like 10 batteries. It would never be a problem. Yeah, I would never run out of power. With like 6-8 batteries even would be enough. Because the 3 batteries that used to power the 10 trebuchets, the 6 melee traps, were all on the same circuit, and they never ran out of power, like throughout the whole night. So 5-6 batteries for the melee traps over here would be plenty. And I could put ballistas like on all 4 sides, and have a switch, you know, in case things get crazy. Just flip the switch and then everything dies. The only issue would be the giants. The mortars can hit them from there, but I'm afraid that the mortars will do more damage to me and this little base than they will to the giants. I've seen them miss quite a bit if the giants are moving. But what I could do is like double wall it so that I'm walking around with a chainsaw like an idiot. I could essentially double wall it. And that would give the mortars enough time to kill the giants, because the giants will tear through metal pretty quick. That metal fence there, I mean, they go through it pretty easily. You know, 3-4 hits and it's gone. Yeah, so I think I have my next project. I was gonna build my nice control center for all the traps, but I think this is a better alternative. Now, it still doesn't quite solve 100% the issue of these trebuchets aiming for the zombies that spawn over here. How we deal with that, I actually have no idea. I was thinking about raising the wall. This one here, because this is the angle that those trebs... Yeah. I could just raise this wall. The issue with that is that, obviously, the mortars, well, they need the clearance, but they also wouldn't be able to shoot the giants that spawn over here. I could raise them up, but then I have, like, this giant eyesore of a wall that's like 3 times the height of the other ones. I wish the trebuchets worked like actual trebuchets, where they send their projectile in an arc, but they just shoot in a straight line. If they arced their round, then none of this would even be an issue. They would arc it over the base to hit the enemy. The zombies. Guess what I forgot to turn off? Everything. But I don't have the brain power to do all that right now. At least I thought about the idea. It makes sense to me. And I think it will actually work. I had thought about doing some kind of bait box in the past. I just wasn't sure if it was necessary, but it seems like it's worth doing. So, no, yeah, these are all like empty. It seems like it's worth doing. Can I get one inventory slot? There we go. I don't care about that animal fat. I haven't used any so far. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do instead of the control center. I'm not gonna do it right now. Actually, I'm gonna go to sleep. I didn't stream for very long, but and I know it's been a couple of days since I streamed, but I don't know, I'm just not mentally with it right now. So I'd rather stream. I was okay a little bit ago, but it's starting to hit me where I'm like fading out mentally. I'd rather be streaming during a time where I'm fully here. I'm like able to have something going on all the time on the stream. A lot of this right now, what I'm doing is just running around talking about my plans for the base, which is fine, and you know, you got to do that at some point, but I'd rather the stream be more of a, hey, this is when I'm actually doing the thing I was talking about, rather than just all the talking. And I think I'll leave the base setup the way it is right now, and the next time that I stream, I will have spent a pretty good amount of time farming resources. That way I can build the mini base out there. I can set up more trebs right here. I can get the power station going, get the control center working. Like, I'll have the resources to do all that cool stuff. Right now, I mean, basically, if I was going to go do any of those projects, it would be a bunch of farming first. And not only am I not in the mood for it, but I also just don't have the mental power to actually do any of that stuff once I get the resources. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So, I'm going to call it at this. We learned some things. You know, we figured out a solution potentially to the issue. I thought this was going to be the solution, but this actually made it worse. So, what's up, man? Oh, it's actually not like, it's not like this trap isn't getting overwhelmed. It's like, basically, so the zombies used to come from directly over here, and it was really straightforward. I just had a bunch of trebuchets, a couple mortars, and some ballistas, and it was fine. Now they're coming from like way over here, which is really a problem because nothing is aimed at this direction, right? So the zombies don't even get attacked until they come around this corner, which sucks. So what I did was I put trebs way out there, thinking, okay, you know, they still have to go for here, and while they're coming around the corner and going this way, they can get hit by the trebs, and it'll be fine. And that was mostly the case, but the Trebs were also trying to hit them while they were still way over there. And they were hitting the ballistas, the other Trebs, the wall, the mortars. They were hitting like this whole corner, which is not good. You know, I'll die doing that. So basically, what I'm thinking about doing is either chopping off this entire corner of the base and shaping it into an L, where basically I would move this wall way forward to about where I am now, and just totally redesign this entire front of the base, or build like a mini base right here where I create the entrance. I kind of made it like right here. And pretty much the zombies would be trying to get in at this spot, move the gauntlet to here, and then all the Trebs, the ballistas, the mortars, everything could shoot at them while they're coming across the field. It doesn't have to be exactly right here. It can be further back or whatever. And then, yeah, it gives them a lot more room. They're not hitting the base. And yeah, I think this is what I'm gonna do. Build like a little mini base here. This is where I'm gonna stand on Horde Nights. I can put my, some traps here or whatever. That's kind of the plan, but I'm not doing anything else right now. I'm not. I don't have the brain power for it at the moment. I was actually just gonna shut her down. For the same reason, or why is that? Okay.
Hey, Dusk.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Oh, let me turn down. Let me turn down your stream. Okay, the issue where you're having, that's why I found this spot really useful because it was so flat. I was so happy with this spot. But later on, they're gonna come from 4 different direction.
Hmm.
Still here?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why I found my big base where I'm building at the and I never had issue with that one. And I'm gonna hit wave 60 with it soon, like 2 days, I think. But I had to remodel the entrance of my gauntlet because they come too. There's too many. My gauntlet can't deal with the gauntlet that you have right now. Can't deal with the amount of zombies it has. Still here?
Even with like the flame on?
Yep.
Mm.
It's just they coagulate so much at the entrance. There's just too much.
Yeah, I kind of experienced the same thing. Not quite as bad as you, obviously. Sometimes what I notice is that even if they still have a clear path, their AI says, I can go this direction, but the zombies are blocking that path, they start attacking things.
Yep. So that's why I'm still I'm on the way. I'm gonna hit wave 60 soon. So I had to took me 10 hours to rethink the entire setup of my gauntlet. But it's all done. but wow. No, it works like a charm. It's just the entrance was slightly too small for the amount.
Hmm.
It works for the. It's gonna work till about wave 50-ish, 50, the one you're having right now.
Hmm.
But later on, you're gonna have to remove the shredders and put a full line of cutters all around and just guillotines. That's it. So you just it's cutters all the way and guillotines.
What if you create? Here, are you still watching the stream?
Oh, I'm still here.
Okay. Let me try to build this real quick, if I can think about how this would look. I don't have the parts to make the traps, but you'll understand, I think. What if you do something? That's one tile. Let me go one more. Right, something like this.
Oh, you got copper on the ground behind you.
Yeah, it's fine. Alright, so right now the entrance to the I can't think, dude. I'm so sorry. I'm like not here. The entrance to this thing is two tiles, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now imagine you have two of these entrances. So that way when one of them gets overfilled, the zombies decide, okay, I'm gonna go this way instead. And you have the same setup with the shredder, the cutter, and the guillotine. The space between them would probably only be one tile wide instead of two. I think this is too much. They'll prefer to go one way or the other. But if it's only one wide and you put like a triangle here, they will naturally just sort of split into another direction. And you can have them conjoin into one shredder in the middle, like right here.
That
So
would
it's
be a pain in the. I know what you. Okay, I know. I got a really good idea.
really. So yeah, pretty much like you have two entrances where they can come in, and they can join right here to flood in.
Well, me, did you see my base yet?
No, I haven't been on.
How you like that double hand lightsaber?
It works pretty well. I like that it can cut limbs off and stuff.
Well, you can use it if it's plus 10. You can use it to cut tree down too.
Trees?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Is that just because it does a lot of damage?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit. That one may have already been hit by like a trebuchet or something. Okay, 4 hits. I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, but it's still what, level 3 or something? Yeah, if it was be like
Yeah.
level 10, that'd be like killer.
Damn. Yeah, the one thing I haven't been able to find is owls. I haven't seen a single owl on my entire time on this map.
Aloe?
An owl.
An owl?
The bird. Owl feathers.
Well, you know where the... Okay, look on your... okay, go inside your building. I'll show you, I'll tell you the coordinates. So you're safe. Oh, you need. Oh, you were. Okay. All right. So coordinates is okay. 23 on top and
19, 20,
16
21.
and
16?
16 left. Left 16, 23. You follow that road going down, to the prison. There's a bunch of cars. It's well, it's just close to our main base on the server.
Hmm.
It's a little bit lower down than that, but it's
Okay.
like not the when you see the first fork to the left, to your right, and you turn right and you go down. There's a little bit of a lot of houses, like one in one little warehouse thing by itself, and those two got so many birds all around that spot. It's like ridiculous.
Huh. I wonder why that is.
I don't know, but that spot is I get about what 20 owls if I stay there for like about 5 minutes. Well, usually.
That's crazy. Considering I haven't seen a single one yet.
You know, sometimes it's weird. And right now my base is too strong, so I don't have issues right now. I get the 5 to 6 giant every second days, I think. That's how many giants I get all the time right now. When you hit 40, you're probably gonna get the 3 giants. Telling you in advance.
At 40?
Mm-hmm.
I think the most I've gotten so far is 2, and the 3 mortars seem to deal with it just fine.
Well, that's why me, I got 4 mortars. Well, now I got 6, but they're not loaded. So I think now I think your base is just a little bit too wide, and it mess up the spawning spot.
Right. Yeah, that drives me crazy though, because it was all set up, you know, under the impression that they were going to come from that direction. That's why everything is facing that way.
If you turn around, complete turn around, go for your base, your main base, for your storage. Okay, if you go that way, you'll see there's a hill on that wood fence on that on your left side where you put that gate. Well, exactly where you put that gate.
Yep.
That's that hill. If you restart your main building starting to that section, that would solve all your issues.
So move the wall forward?
I know where your base is right now, where that gate is.
Right.
If you take your entire where you already built and you move all that to that section, and you move all that base all a little less wider, and put the same entrance to like close to that spot, they all gonna go straight for that spot, right? Because they're gonna spawn right in front of where you were facing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what I end up to do because they keep spawning all different spots. So that's on
Right.
my That's on my solo.
What I'm worried about too is that, well, this wall isn't even done. So one of these days, they're gonna start coming from like over here.
No, they're not gonna go from They don't spawn on this side.
Oh, okay.
But if you build your entire base over here, and you have your traps way over there, you're not gonna get bothered.
Right. So this is fine to leave this open.
Mm-hmm. It's the only one that's gonna bug you is the one that spawns at you. They're gonna come straight at you. But during the horde night, if you're over there where you're building, that's a different story.
Right, and that's kind of why I want to build like a mini base.
Or what you can do is I can show you how to do a floating bait trap. At some point, that would solve all your issue. You just put a floating where that last bush was, or that stone, and you put a bait trap about 2 tiles high, and you just put a bait trap right there. Yeah. But okay, let me okay, put 2 foundation on top of each other, but you're gonna need 3 foundation. You got materials to make 3 foundations?
Yeah.
Alright, so okay. Put 1, 2 just put 2 anywhere. And the third one, you gotta put it like 1 like that, just 1 tile. The top, the 2 last one, you put it one slightly higher. The 2 last ones. Yeah, put the other one on top, but just lower it like that. And you those are the ones you have to upgrade all the way to max the metal. And
The
everything,
2 top ones.
yeah, the 2 top ones, and all the ones in the bottom you can destroy, and you can have a floating base like that. All the way to metal. Now destroy the one in the bottom.
I think it's still so low that it his foundation is still in the ground. Yeah.
Oh, it's not touching the ground. Well, right now it's touching the ground, but you can always rebuild it and have a. But if you do it like that, you can have a double. Ooh, little bear.
Is this guy really gonna destroy metal with his teeth?
It's gonna take him a while. But if you build it about 2 tiles high, or something, really high up, and you put your base on, you can have your entire base if you want, floating in the air.
Yeah, I just don't want some weird, block update to destroy the entire thing.
Well, they didn't fix it for like ever since it started.
Not an update like they patched the game. I mean, like the structure receives an update, and then it checks and says, "Oh wait, I'm floating," and then destroys itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You can have one like that with a floating bait trap on it. Because it works for like 10 tiles all around, so wow, your traps are extremely low.
Yep. Most of them
You,
are either broken or not charged. Yeah, I'm not worried about it though. Well,
you put a wall, not a fence this time.
yeah, so what I discovered is that the handrail doesn't have a lot of health. So I was constantly repairing it, and when those fire guys explode, it goes right through the handrail. But with these half walls, you can still burn them through the half wall, no problem. And the fire guys don't hurt you when they explode through this thing.
Oh, good.
So I started using that.
Man, your inventory is so full.
You like it?
Nope.
It's beautiful, right? Every single slot held by something I don't need right now.
Yep.
So yeah,
Stuff.
that's
Inventory is not big enough.
no, it's not. I hope the vehicles that they add next year have like inventory slots in them.
Well, they're gonna make the map a lot bigger. Also, that's coming this winter.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, this base would be insanely big, but they keep spawning on the different directions. It's like, yeah, why?
Yeah, it does kind of drive me crazy, but I'm working on ways around it, like building that little. It's basically gonna be a bait room, but without the bait. Like I'll be over here.
So you got 3 mortars in that section. That's pretty good.
Yeah, they do alright.
Mortars are extremely powerful. Not comparison to rocket launchers, but rocket launchers are deadly, but they're pricey in bullets.
Right.
So
I was actually looking at some of those guns. The railgun, for example. I just can't catch a break today. This
no,
fucking guy. The railgun. It says. Let me pull it up so I have the right number.
20,000.
So does that mean that it
Every time
will?
it will fry any system that it's hooked up to it.
So there's no way to run this.
Well, you can run it. It's just you gotta put it on a different, completely like you put like what 5 windmills and or just solar panels, and you put it with no, four solar panels with one windmill to charge up like what one battery during the day, and you put a switch that a press-in switch, or you put it to a controller says giant only,
Right.
and when when the giant shows up, it fires. But you have to repair all the electric systems every time it fires.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of confused about. I was looking at this and I'm thinking power consumption 20,000. How do you even deliver that without things breaking?
While the battery holds a charge of 150k. So one battery can shoot a railgun 7 times.
Right. But it's still gonna short out.
Short out every time it fires. So you just stand close. Well, not that close because it's gonna catch on fire. So you fix it really quick, and it's gonna shoot another one. Boom, and you fix it again.
Now, I was looking at the battery eliminator circuit, and its power limit is 2500 base, and when you go to upgrade it, it's 10,000. Is there a level after that?
No,
Okay, so there's
but
really no way around it.
there's no way. I was trying to put two battery eliminator circuit together, like on each side, plus having a. I tried to transfer all that power, that surge of power, to like a bunch of eliminator circuits, so I can actually fire the what I call that the railgun without frying my system. Nope, no can do.
Hmm.
First of all, you need you can't split the power that much because one line is 2,500. So you need you need 8 lines of power. 8 lines of power, but the railgun only takes one. So regardless what you do, you can't split the damn thing. You can't split it in like 2 or something. It's still gonna fry. I tried so many things and it's impossible. You can't. If you want to use a railgun, you have to put one windmill and 4, like I said, 4 solar panels to get all the charge, or 2 windmills by itself, and on a 1 battery, and you just leave that one for emergency. If there's a giant that shows up, press the switch on, boom, kills that, but you have to fix it right away. That's
And
the only
it
way.
one-shots them?
On normal one shot, he's dead. Maybe 2 if you're unlucky. And the railgun ammo is not that expensive.
It's not that bad, considering it kills it in one hit.
Yeah, but it's still 3 copper.
Right. Well, compared to hitting it with, how many mortar shots does it take? Like 8?
Yeah, 8.
Somewhere
It's
in
20.
there?
8 copper. 1 copper.
Right. Oh, Jesus. How did you even get in here?
Those are the one that spawns in.
Hmm. Bastard. So yeah, I need to close the game before the whole day passes and I don't get anything done.
Yeah, close. You already saved, right?
Yeah. Alright, dude. I'm going to bed.
Well,
It's,
like I said, the railgun is, you gotta put it on a different system by itself, and you have to fix all the way to the battery every time it fires.
Yeah, that seems like a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but the battery still keeps the charge.
Right.
It's just you have to fix it right away. Otherwise, it's yeah. I tried so many times, but there's no way around it. And then the developers of the game made it like that. So there's no way to go around it. Anyways, so I'll tell you, have a good night, and are you gonna pop on my big world sometime?
I don't know. This game's multiplayer is not great. I'm thinking maybe once they implement like the multiplayer, not implement, but they were talking about doing network optimization. Maybe that will help with like the lag on servers. I don't know.
Well, there's no more lag in my base anymore. Hello? As I move every single windmill in the way back, like we built.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I just don't think, like, it might not be laggy for you, but I mean, you should see my computer during Horde nights, even in single player, can't handle this game. So, and I don't have any windmills. Well, I've got 5, but it's not just that. Uh,
Wow.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it is what it is.
The game is the game is really demanding on video and other stuff. You need a really strong PC for to run it perfectly. They gotta optimize that.
Right, which is usually something they do like after the majority of the content is added. So I'm thinking after these major updates that they're talking about doing late this year and early next year, then the next thing they'll be doing is probably optimizing.
Oh, they're doing as much as they can right now, also. Anyways, I'll talk to you in a bit, Dart.
Alright, thanks for the tips, and yeah, see you later.
Later, buddy.
Alright, well, you've been looking at a black screen if you're actually watching the stream, so I'm out. It's 3:30 p.m., man. This is way past my